Big Bokito escapes and attacks woman. Most of the headlines were filled with fear and despair the day after the attack. How did he escape and why did he followed one woman in particular? Normally gorillas are very laid back and not very aggressive, especially in captivity. Gorillas are the largest, strongest and heaviest apes in existence. And you can tell by how they look. With their broad chest, muscular neck and long, muscular arms, they are real powerhouses. Gorillas, when they are small, have all black fur. As the males mature, they develop silvery gray fur on their backs and legs. It is not for nothing that they are also called silverback. Gorillas are great apes, just like orangutans, bonobos and chimpanzees. But all the sorts are very different from each other. Although they are very similar to us, there are also differences. For example, gorillas walk on all fours, hands and legs. You can also recognize gorillas by their big round bellies. They do not have this because they are pregnant or have eaten way too much, but because they have very long intestines. They really need it to digest all their plant-based food. They normally live in groups of 5 to 20 animals. In the group, one adult male is the boss of the silverback. He lives in a group with his wives and their young. This group structure is called a harem. The gorilla leader ensures peace in the group. He protects the group and determines where the group goes. For example, when the gorillas go looking for food, which takes them a very large part of the day. Gorilla females are fertile when they are about 8 years old. They usually have their first young when they are about 10 years old. Childbirth usually takes place at night. After giving birth, the mother rests for a few hours and continues with the group the next day. You can recognize the young gorillas during the first years by a white tuft of hair on their buttocks. This tuft is the signal for the other group members to be nice to the little one. The tuft actually means, I am still young and I can still do everything. The white tuft disappears at puberty, when the gorillas are about 5 to 6 years old. Then they also have to comply with all the rules and the ranking in the group. Gorillas are very calm and friendly animals towards each other. But gorillas can also scream and screech a lot. For people this is very frightening, but it usually doesn't mean they're about to fight. To impress another silverback, he runs towards the other, shows his strength by knocking down bushes and trees along the way and makes the chest roll by drumming on his chest with his flat hands. Bokito was born in Berlin's Zoologischer Garten Zoo. His father was the gorilla Derek and his mother was named Mapenzi. Since Mapenzi was unable to breastfeed Bokito, the zookeepers took it upon themselves to feed him until he was big enough to fend for himself. He was a happy little gorilla and nothing indicated that he would grow into a terrifying beast. When he was old enough to participate in the breeding program, Bokito was moved to Diergaard Blijdorp in 2005 as part of the breeding program. After half a year it was decided that Bokito would stay in Rotterdam. His rival in the gorilla enclosure, the male Dango, was handed over to the Shanghai Zoo together with 2 females. Bokito made headlines on May 18, 2007, the day of the zoo's 150th anniversary, when he escaped from his enclosure. Several visitors had gathered around the gorilla's pen when a threatening situation arose. The large male gorilla had jumped over the water and the fence and broke out of his enclosure. He dragged a visitor with him, who was seriously injured. The woman later turned out to be a regular visitor to the zoo and thought she had a special relationship with the monkey. She therefore visited him 4 days a week and made frequent eye contact with him. This staring probably led to the attack. From the hospital, according to a message in the Dutch newspapers, the woman reported, "He is and will remain my darling." A Blijdorp keeper had warned the woman a few days before the attack and asked her to keep her distance and not look the monkey directly in the eye. Woman would not listen and continued to contact the monkey. 3 more people were injured after the attack on the woman. Because many people in panic had all hidden in a nearby restaurant, a number of people were trampled underfoot. Bokito himself did not inflict these injuries. Finally, after an hour, the monkey was knocked out with a stun gun, after which he was placed back in his enclosure. The zoo, where thousands of people were present at the time, had to be evacuated because of the incident. However, a Dutch evolutionary biologist and primatologist, came to the conclusion that Bokito was not threatening at all, based on a video seen from the woman's previous visit. Baring the teeth can mean different things. It may express fear or social excitement, but the animal showed no signs of fear or aggressiveness in that video. He drummed on his chest. That is impressing behavior and does not express malice. Bokito made what the wildlife biologist calls a vertical bare teeth face. That is a kind of greeting face, with which a gorilla reassures its females. However, he grew frustrated because that woman who was apparently interested in him kept running away. The biologist wondered what would have happened if the woman had not resisted and simply remained standing. I think he would have sold her a couple of waddles on the back. Another behavioral biologist also comments on this. A gorilla does not like staring for a long time. They see everything from the corner of their eye. What Bokito did to the female, the biting and dragging, is normal behavior towards gorilla females that don't submit. Gorillas are calm under normal circumstances. After the incident, the zoo decided not to kill the gorilla but to adjust the animal enclosure so that the gorillas could no longer escape. Bokito died at the age of 27 on April 4, 2023. According to Diergaard Blijdorp, heart failure turned out to be the cause of death after an autopsy. Did you like the video? Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more interesting videos.